In other words, there's never been been conclusively shown that lowering cholesterol saves lives. In fact, several large studies have shown that lowering cholesterol into the ranges currently recommended is correlated with the risk of death and especially cancer. So now you're going to get cancer from lowering cholesterol. I don't know. Maybe I'm all wet. Okay? But the point being is, if you're concerned about cholesterol, if I haven't made my point already, this is the stuff. It's on your list. Okay? It's called Cholarest. This will bind up and mechanically gets rid of your cholesterol. If you have excessive amounts of bile in the gut, which is cholesterol, it binds it and it goes out the poop chute. Okay? It doesn't damage the liver, doesn't damage the body, and if the body decides it's not enough cholesterol, just make more. Okay? But this is a way you can lower your points if you want to bring down your cholesterol without the risk of all the stuff I just talked about. Cool? All right, high blood pressure. So, increased blood pressure is an indicator of thickening and blocking of the arteries, which is caused by a deficiency of B vitamins and other things. Okay? Thickening of the blood is caused by platelets and blood clumping together to heal the arteries from the fibrinogen from the LDLs on the outside, not the cholesterol. Okay? Blocking the artery occurs, blood begins to thicken and form a plaque on the arteries. Okay? So these are all the side effects of your blood pressure medication, lisinopril and the like. These all sound like a bad deal to me. Okay? The one that always jumps out to me every time I look at it is this one. Irregular or rapid heartbeat or palpitations. So to lower your blood pressure, you're causing an increase in the adrenaline system that causes the risk of increased heart disease by taking a blood pressure lowering pill. Guys, I'm sorry, it doesn't make any sense to my brain. Okay, nitric oxide. Okay, now this is a nice video we're not going to play as well. Okay, but this particular nitric oxide. Now the nitric oxide system is the inflammatory system. Okay. Now there's three types of nitrous oxide. Okay, there's last one last. We'll do this one. There's the eNOS system. Okay, nitrous oxide is a good thing if you get it during exercise. When you exercise, does it increase your inflammation? Yes or yes? Yes, it increases inflammation. Now, what's cool about that? The body goes, well, this is too much inflammation. I got to fix this. So it releases from L-arginine nitric oxide 8 times higher than the inflammatory response. That's why exercise is so good for arthritis and inflammatory conditions. I can't exercise because my joints hurt, Dr. Ray. Exercise and your joint pain will go away because of these NOS system. Now there's the eNOS system, which is the most powerful, and all you got to do is do the exercises we teach you on the video I gave you. Okay? Now there's the nNOS system, which is nitric oxide. That's the nutritional nitric oxide that comes from derivatives of L-arginine. This is the purest form I'm going to show you. And then there's the iNOS system. That's the inflammatory nitrous oxide, and that's what we want to try to avoid. Okay? That's the one that causes all the heart stuff and all the high blood pressure and things. So nitrates are what they're called, okay? And that's called nitric balance. So that's on your sheet. So if you need to decrease systemic inflammation, which everybody has because of what's in our bodies, because of what we eat, because of what we do, nitric balance is the answer for that. Okay? It's on your sheet. If you currently have high blood pressure and you want to replace your blood pressure medication, that's your business right there, vasotensin. Okay? So I have high blood pressure, I don't want to take my blood pressure pills anymore, vasotensin's your answer. Okay? Now, can I take this with my blood pressure medication? The answer is emphatically yes. Okay? Because this is made of what's called an adaptogen. An adaptogenic herb is cool because it takes your blood pressure, whether it's too high or too low, and brings it right back to perfect normal. It's just an herb. Okay? Make sense? That's what there's other things in it, but that's some stuff that's good for you. Okay? All right, getting to the cause, cholesterol. Now, cholesterol increases because of inflammation, right? Because in the adrenal glands, remember what we said? The adrenals cause cholesterol to become cortisol. Cortisol sounds like cortisone, which is anti-inflammatory. So cholesterol increases because of inflammation. Inflammation is caused by medication, sugars, grains, toxins, all the things we do. Blood pressure rises due to stress. Okay? Stress can be physical, mental, or emotional, or nerve related. So it causes that increased inflammation just from stress. Your INS system skyrockets when you get stressed out. Okay? So we have to fix that. Interesting. This was published years ago. The Time magazine. The secret killer, the secret to all ails was inflammation. Okay? Sugar and pills causes inflammation. Imbalanced fatty acids, your omega-6 to omega-3s. Omega-3s are your good buggers, and your omega-6s are your bad buggers. Okay? It's not really true, but the idea is you got to get a perfect ratio of those. Okay? But we eat way too many omega-6s because of conventionally grown beef. Okay? Acid. Okay, lack of veggies is the most common reason. And free radicals, remember the little guy, I stole your electron, I stole your electron. Those are our free radicals. Smoking, dust, and pollution, and other things called oxidative stress. Okay? So, if this is you, we need to control inflammation. Are you taking in too much sugar? Are you taking any medications? Are you eating conventionally grown beef, chicken, fish, the stuff that's, they don't worry about the grass-fed and the free-range chickens, and he's eating stuff, whatever they got at the grocery store. Okay? You don't eat enough vegetables. Free radicals, do you smoke? Are you in dust, pollution? Are you construction work? All these things are in the sun all the time. That causes oxidative damage. So how does this inflammation thing work? When you damage or oxidize anything, the body starts an inflammatory process in that area. When damage occurs in the lining of our arteries, anywhere in the body, chemicals are released to initiate that. That's the INOS reaction. Okay? Inflammation causes a thickening, which are more prone to clot. Now watch. We start off with a blood vessel that looks like this. We get the INOS action, it starts to narrow. Okay? The narrowing of the arteries, the scarring and inflammation. Now what have you done to the blood supply of that blood vessel? You cut off the blood supply, right? There's no blood supply. So without blood supply to things, what happens to things that don't get blood? They die. So the blood vessel starts to die. As it dies, it dilates because the tissue, so it gets an aneurysm or an increasing. Who's ever been on a river where you're watching the river flow, and all of a sudden it comes around and makes like a swirly back this way? Ever seen that? That's called a bruit. When a doctor listens to your neck here and your heart here, they're listening for the love dove. They're listening, which is a bruit, which is created because of this action. The break in that bruit, and if you think about a river, as it spins around, what's it do? It deposits all the sand around that area, right? And so you have a river that flows and it keeps growing like this, right? Guess what that causes? A clot, right here. Make sense? So inflammation creates heart disease caused by the things we talked about in the prior slide. Okay? So, nutritionally, so what is the nutritional answer for a healthy heart? We have to decrease systemic inflammation. Okay, now hold on to me on this one. This is a tough bugger right here. Okay, so we start off with this thing, so TH1, TH3, and TH2. Okay, TH3 is called a helper cell. Okay, that's the guy in the middle, or TH3, sorry, did I say TH2? TH3, he's the helper guy, okay? Now, let's say you're walking too close to your adjusting table and you puncture your leg, which I did before the program. I was all mad and bleeding, okay? So we got a puncture wound. Now what happens is the TH2 system is the one for the Pac-Man. Wonka, 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 okay? He's the eater guy, all right? Now, this guy, I did it backwards. This is actually the other one. This is the Wonka guy. This is the autoimmune reaction. You guys talk about you talk about vaccinations causes an immune response. What happens is that they run around, they put flags in things they don't like. Put a flag in here, and then the guy comes back, the sheriff comes by looking for flags, and goes, pew, and shoots all the people with flags on their head. Okay? So that kills the bugs. So the Wonka, Wonka, Wonka guy eats the particles and dirt and scum in my wound, and the other guy sticks in all the stuff in the flags and kills all the buggers. Make sense? So what this guy normally does is he steals electrons and hydrogen ions from the guy, creates an imbalance, and makes the Wonka, Wonka, Wonka guy go. Then he steals this one over here, goes this way, makes the sheriff guy go. Make sense? All right. Now, what happens when you get systemic inflammation? He starts providing electrons and hydrogen ions instead of stealing them. Okay? So now he's like reaching his pockets, giving all his hydrogen, trying to balance this thing out to keep inflamed. Because this stuff down here causes tissue destruction, which you want when you got a cut on your leg from the adjusting table. But you don't want systemic inflammation attacking your heart, your pancreas, your liver, your kidney, your brain, right? So it causes systemic inflammation. So there's the heart part, but it also causes cancer, diabetes, other neurologicals, autoimmune, arthritis, pulmonary diseases. So it basically destroys all your tissues. Now, chronic inflammation. Now, we start off with a stem cell, these naive T cell. Naive T cells become this helper cell guy. Now, in order for that to happen, you need vitamin A and vitamin D. What's that? Oh, sorry. Okay, vitamin A and D. Now, what happens, this guy starts running out of hydrogen ions, so glutathione comes in. Dun, da, da, da. Hi, I'm glutathione. I have hydrogen ions. And he gives them to TH3 to keep this inflammation under control. But you guys keep eating sugar, keep eating grains, keep taking your pills, keep stressing out, and this poor guy, he runs out of hydrogen, so does glutathione. So do we got to provide? Glutathione, okay? This is the most powerful antioxidant, stronger than CoQ10. This will nuke the inflammation. This is called an ox-redox reaction, oxidation reduction, okay? Provides that action. Now, many of you are already in this level. You're inflamed, systemic inflammation. We got to nuke that inflammation with turmeric and with resveratrol in order to nuke that TH17. Bang. Make sense? Okay? So we have to get that guy nuked. So we need AD to make the T3 helper cell. We need glutathione to neutralize all that inflammation. And these guys are going to nuke this current inflammation, and the other stuff will stop the stuff from happening. Cool? All right. You guys are getting sleepy on me, man. You bored with me? I can talk faster and quicker if you like. Okay. Heart disease and insulin resistance. This is the diabetes side of things, okay? So, this is the definition of insulin resistance. Now, you tell me what this sounds like to you guys, okay? Body inflammation, increased blood pressure, upregulates the enzyme to make cholesterol because you need more energy, okay? You need more cortisol to decrease inflammation, makes the blood coagulate and clot easier, inhibits the enzyme that causes triglycerides, and lowers up the HDLs and LDLs. What's that sound like to you? Heart disease, okay? Insulin resistance, sugar problems lead to heart disease. In fact, that's the number one reason people get cardiovascular disease. It's not cholesterol, it's sugar, okay? So here's what you've got. Now, if you've got any of this, now watch me, you have to have 3 of these, okay? Waist size greater than 40 in men, greater than 35 in women. Blood pressure of that or greater. Wake up with difficulty, not feeling rested. No appetite, that then becomes a sugar craving. I wake up in the morning, I'm not hungry, and all of a sudden all he wants is donuts. Okay? Eat high sugar, starchy breakfast. Consumes caffeine to try and get through the day. Okay? Lowers brain function after meals. In other words, you eat and get tired. Okay? And then the last thing, you need stimulants after you eat. So you eat and eating makes you tired. Okay? If you have 3 of these, you have insulin resistance, okay? So what does that mean? Oh, difficulty falling asleep and staying asleep. Sorry, I missed one. So if you have 3 or more of these symptoms listed, you have insulin resistance and you need to take the next group of supplements. That's the easiest way to know. The other way is to run a blood test to confirm it, and the staff can get you all set up for that. It's a blood test we got to run. Okay? Make sense? All right. So, we got to fix it. Advanced ketogenic eating. Now, in the old book, it's on page 66. The new book, it's page 197. Okay? So, if you haven't gotten the new nutrition book, do it. It's called Adjust Your Health, I think is what it's called. Oh, Align Your Health. There you go. Align Your Health. Sorry. Thanks, Mary. Mary hooks me up on all the wrong answers. Okay? So you make the advanced eating ketogenic by adding coconut oil, olive oil, avocados, and healthy nuts and seeds. Glycine Synergy is the supplement. There's 3 of them. You got Glycine Synergy, you got Pro Omegas, which are your omega-3s, which are anti-inflammatory and also protect against sugar problems. Glycemovite is a meal replacement, okay, that you use in place of the perfect protein until your sugars come back in check and all the symptoms disappear. Okay? Sauerkraut for the heart. Okay? That sounds weird, huh? Fiber and healthy bacteria are found to fermented and cultural foods benefit the heart in a number of different ways. For example, probiotics in sauerkraut has been shown to decrease inflammation in the gut. And where is the immune system located? In the gut. So if you decrease inflammation from sauerkraut, from the probiotics that are built as a consequence of the bugs, happy bugs eating all that fermented food, makes the body happy. It also helps high blood pressure, triglycerides, helps cholesterol. Lactobacillus planarium bacteria from fermented bacteria causes something called superoxide dismutase, which is the 3rd most powerful antioxidant. Number 1 is glutathione, number 2 is CoQ10, and number 3 now is superoxide dismutase, and also has something called glutathione peroxidase, which recycles glutathione to lower body inflammation. Yay? Eat sauerkraut. Okay, or if you don't like sauerkraut, you can do glutathione to boost it up, and then your acute care. This has the proper bug in it to help decrease inflammation. That's your probiotic to help your heart. Okay? And there's a recipe. I was supposed to put this in your packet, I forgot. Does anybody want to take a picture? Feel free to take a picture now. Otherwise, just go to the grocery store and buy sauerkraut. That's my answer. Okay? All right. So, magnesium. Now, the last program, or 2 programs ago, what was the number 1 supplement you needed to buy? Magnesium. Okay? But magnesium is also critical for heart production as it relates to ATP production. That's the energy system. These are wonderful foods that are loaded up with magnesium. But Dr. Ray, I don't like Brussels sprouts. I don't like them when I was a kid. I still don't like Brussels sprouts. All right, then Optimac Neuro. And this kind is really good for brain function too, for dementia and brain fog and decreasing brain inflammation. So this is a really good one for brain, but it's also good for the heart as well. Okay? Almost done, I promise. So, medical intervention to protect your heart. So what do they do about the alignment of the spine, getting the connection to the heart, making sure the adrenergic and cholinergic system are balanced? What does conventional medicine do for that? Nothing. Next, they provide cholesterol-lowering drugs, which stops the heart's ability to obtain energy to pump. No CoQ10. Damages the heart's ability to pump. Rhabdomyolysis damages the actual muscle. Creates inflammation in the body. Excessive cortisol causes increase in the body and creates sugar, and sugar is pro-inflammatory. Okay? It increases obesity, which is a known risk factor for heart disease. Lowers testosterone, which is a risk factor for heart disease. They provide beta blockers. What do beta blockers do? Anybody? They block beta. Good job. But the beta receptor site in your heart are adrenergic receptors. So remember, adrenaline is the bad bugger, right, that makes your heart pump too fast and gives you a heart attack, versus the cholinergic, which is the chill out one. Okay? So they put these things in your receptor site so adrenaline just bounces off. Okay? Sounds kind of a good idea. However, stopping adrenaline plugged into the heart in the absence of CoQ10 and rhabdomyolysis, what are you doing to your body's ability to make energy? You're destroying it. Okay? So the heart don't pumpy. Okay? So, recommends lowering saturated fats. What's your brain made out of? Cholesterol, 60%, and the other 40% is saturated fat. So you want dementia? Take cholesterol-lowering drugs and follow their recommendations. Okay? So critical for energy production, heart production, and brain function. And low-dose aspirin. If you're still taking low-dose aspirin, please go to the website for the American Heart Association website. They have finally grown up and said something. Hey, this is not helping anybody. They did the biggest study ever on low-dose aspirin, and it helps no one. All it does is it causes your gut to bleed, and causes anemia, and causes you to die early. So they took that off there. So research provided by Bayer. By the way, all the research on low-dose aspirin is provided by the Bayer Company. I'm just saying. Don't you think that's a good idea? Bayer food? Bayer? Yeah? No? Okay. This is option B. All right? Option B. Follow the advanced eating plan. Make it ketogenic by adding your fats in. CoQ10 to make sure the heart can pump. Support your adrenal glands and hormones, stay balanced. Therapeutic B complex to protect against the candy coating of the M&Ms. Protect against the nitric, or using nitric oxide to decrease systemic inflammation. Support the inflammatory strategies from the TH3, the TH2, TH1 guy, and the glutathione and all that dude. Okay? Stop the sugar-driven cardiogenic syndrome if you have the sugar challenges, but do that. Okay? Next, get the heart multivitamin. Right? This is the number one thing we talked about at the very, very beginning. Don't lose sight of that number one thing. Okay? Sauerkraut and or Ultraflora for oxidative protection. Optimag Neuro for heart, brain, and sport protection. Okay? Sound like a good plan? One problem with this plan. Anyone want to guess what it is? That we forgot the chiropractic. You guys. Come on, I left it to the last. You guys should have guessed. Okay? So we got to balance the autonomic system. But here's the other problem with this. Option B sounds a lot better. Can we agree?
Yes.
Okay, can we agree?
Yes.
All right, but doesn't that kind of sound expensive?
Yep.
It does, right? So let's fix that. It's not really bad if you follow these guidelines. Now watch me, okay? Lifetime supplements. Cindy teaches the lifetime supplement class. How to eat healthy and detoxify and get supplements for a lifetime. Those are the ones you get when you come to an event, you listen to this program and go, dude, I don't need any of that because I've done everything you've asked and my body is clean. You just pick up your lifetime supplements for a discount, okay? So, lifetime supplements. Now, you pick up a protocol. When do you get a protocol? Protocol is like tonight. This is a protocol program. This is my protocol to protect my heart. There's other types of protocols. There's a cancer killing protocol we put together for people with cancer. There's people that have their urine tests run. They have a protocol. We have blood testing. There may be a protocol for that. There may be a questionnaire you'll fill out, and we'll develop a protocol from that. Are you following me? So there's different ways. Now, what you got to do, though, is you do your lifetime supplements, then you do the protocol. Now you're back on your lifetime supplements. We do another test here, lifetime supplements. Now, there's lifetime again. You're back on protocol 2. What happens? Lifetime supplements. Next, lifetime supplements, protocol 3, and so on, and so on. You see how it works? Now, once you get to the top, what do? Lifetime supplements. You come to the event, you learn some great information, share it with your friends so they can come to the next event and grow their mind and go, wow, this dude makes some sense. I want to get healthy too. Right? That's what the events are for you, but they're for friends and loved ones as well. So supplements for life. That's how you should do it. Sometimes those protocols are expensive. So how do you do this on a budget? Okay? Lifetime supplements. There they are. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? But what do? You break down protocol 1 into smaller chunks. Are you with me? So you pick up, supplements 1, 2, 3 on the list instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? And then maybe the next, there's one there, then the next, you pick them up next time. Maybe it takes you 4 programs to get to the first protocol finished. It's okay, because once your spine is completely fixed and your body's healthy, when are you quitting my care? Never. So you're here forever, so we just got a lifetime to get through all this stuff. We don't have to do it fast. I'm the guy who likes to go fast, because I want you through this so fast. I say, right? You know how I am, right? So you're smiling because you know it's true. I'm a crazy guy. I want to do it all right now because I want you so healthy. I don't want you dying from heart disease. Right? That's how I roll. Okay? So what do you do on the next one? So protocols split into 4 steps or more if needed or less if needed. Okay? It's all based upon your budget. Then you go to protocol number 2. Boom, 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 boom. You see what I did? Do you see how it works? So you can get something. What you guys do all the time, you go, well, that's too damn much money. I can't afford nothing. And you just walk out the door. No, you got to keep working. It's a process over time, right? We just got to work it, work the game, work it, work it, work it, work it. Every journey begins with what? First step. Maybe the first step is the cardiogenics. Right here. Boom. That's all you get tonight. That's okay. It's a start. Then you pick up your Coach Q10 or something later, and then you pick up the other ones we talked about later. But get through it. So it just goes on and on and on until your body's fully repaired and totally healthy. Okay? So, I placed them in order of importance. Set your budget. Sit in the chair before you leave and go, okay, my budget for this program is blah. The heart protection supplements listed in order of importance. And maybe you're at the bottom. Maybe you're a high blood pressure person, and that's more of a priority. Maybe you're a cholesterol person. You got to do that one. Maybe you're a sugar person. You got to do that one. You see what I'm saying? And if you're rich and famous, get them all. Okay? But I know not everybody here is rich and famous. Calculate your discount, and that's your supplement you pick up tonight. Okay? Don't go crazy and I just can't do anything. That's not true. Okay? So everybody should be doing this right now. I get it now, Dr. Ray. Everybody cool?
Yeah.
Problem is, guys, everybody do this if you got it. Okay? Not everybody went like that because you're thinking like this. I wonder. If that's you, you're going to walk right through this way, come right up here, and you're going to stand right and say, Dr. Ray, I have a question. Her name is Mary, by the way. She always has questions. Okay? Now, if this is you, okay, I highly recommend you come up to the front and talk to me, okay? And I'll tell you exactly what to do. Okay? Got it? One last thing, and I'm done, I promise. I could go on for days. How do you tell people about our office? What do you say to them? Does somebody come up and say, man, I got those horrible migraines. You should go to my chiropractor. He treats migraines. What kind of a patient did you just create? A terrible one. I don't treat migraines. I don't treat back pain, neck pain, headaches, cancer, diabetes, or heart disease. I don't treat anything. I just make a body so healthy that those things can't survive and exist. It's so important when they walk in the door, they understand what they're getting themselves into. Because what are they thinking? Oh, they treat migraines. Oh, he must crack my neck to make my migraines go away. And then when the migraines go away, guess what they do? They go away. And then the migraines come back. And who's the bad guy in the end? Because you did a terrible referral. Okay? I'm making a point. It's so important that everybody understands that what we do has nothing to do with the management of symptoms. Do your symptoms get better? Heck yes. But it's not about getting you pain-free. It's about getting your body healthy and maintaining that health for a lifetime. Because you have to ask yourself the important question. Do you want to spend your money in the later years on a hip replacement, cancer treatment, and visits to the doctors? Or do you want to spend your money on vacations, cruises, and going with your grandchildren having a party? What do you want to do? But that's the choice you make right now by doing action steps in one incremental tiny step. With each adjustment you get, with each vitamin CoQ10 you put in your mouth, with every cardiogenics you take, with every exercise you do in red bag, your body is slowly working its way up that scale to perfect health and optimum health. With me? So make sure you tell your friends the truth about what we do. When a patient says, I got migraines, you know, my chiropractor, he works with migraine patients because what he does is he gets to the cause of the migraines and gets rid of them permanently. Because he has a solution to get your body more healthy. Does that sound better than going to get your neck cracked, get rid of migraine? Because that's all they know, right? It's not their fault. They've been trained their whole life to go to the doctor with a symptom and they give them a drug to mask the symptom to make them feel better. And they see me as no different. But if they don't understand what we do, and more importantly, if you don't understand what I do, we're not going to help anybody, you or anybody. So this is a lifetime health endeavor. It's what it's all about. One final thing. Keep saying final, huh? Okay? Do toxins impact the health of your heart? What do you think? Yes. Well, I don't know. Let's find out at the next program. If you're not signed up, make sure you get signed up for that program. Isn't that sneaky? I'm gonna do that every time now. I did it the last time, y'all loved it. So I'm doing it every single time. Guess what the first slide's gonna be on the next program? That one. Okay, so we gotta do the drawing, okay? And then don't leave your seats. You guys are cheaters, okay? We'll explain. Okay, we're giving away Coke 10. Who wants Coke 10? Okay, oh, hold on, who needs some drop in here? Everybody got it?
No,
Libya, get up here, go on, hurry, run, run, run.
I don't have the.
Did you drop your number in here? See? Libya's always behind. Always one step behind. I told you had dementia. Just kidding. Get it? Just do first initial, last initial.
I need to win that for my dementia.
All right, ready? Let's see, you need Coke 10. Did I drop one? Oh, that's the one. Maribel, you won. Yeah, give her a round of applause. That's cool? All right, awesome. So, here's what the deal is. Now, a couple of things. Who's heard of pre-orders? This thing right here. Pre-orders, okay? If you pre-ordered, this is what I highly recommend. Now, for some people, you want to know what the supplements are before the program, you want to pick them up ahead of time, then you get a copy and you pre-order. You pick up your supplements, they pull them for you ahead of time, you run your credit card at the beginning of the program, and you skip the line and go right up, pick up your stuff and walk right out the door. Okay? That's called a pre-order. Now, if you know what you're going to get, because many of you, I gave you your protocol, all right? You're sitting with your hand in your protocol, ready, going, what do I get? Well, you get your protocol, okay? And you stop by, you do that ahead of time, and then you just walk out the door, okay? Are you with me? It saves the wait time. So if you guys, if you're a lifetime supplement patient already, I'm looking at a bunch in the front row, okay? Get your supplements ahead of time and save the wait. You walk right through the line, okay? Cool? All right, so we're going to release in a very organized fashion. Please don't run to the back, okay? So, lead us out, Nathan. We're going to follow Betsy right there in the back in my office. Walk that way. Flip on the lights, please. Okay, down the hall. We're going to go right to the end there. Keep on a-walking, keep on a-walking. Now, if you have questions, like I told you, walk up to the front and hang out right behind. She's the first one in line because she's the one going, ah! Okay, good question, too? Okay, all right. Okay, oh, right in behind her. By the way, if you're not a patient here, please talk to the team and they will get you set up for an exam and we'll lend you $40 for the full workup, okay? Listen, how pumpkin you got? Did you learn something? Okay. You guys ready? Head on over. All right. Jump right in now. Okay. All right. Keep on going, kiddos. Just keep being orderly, just like church, just like weddings. Okay. Don't be crazy. Okay. Slowly, be nice. Don't pick on neighbors. Don't smack nobody. Mary, especially you. All right. Are we good? All right. And you guys, if you want to wait just a little bit, if you want to wait, sweetie, and sit in the chair, the line, they're just waiting in line now. If you guys want to wait a little bit, you can jump in line either way. But they're just standing right now. So they're pulling supplements for everybody, okay? So just wait, we'll get you guys back. Now, if you did a pre-order or you're ready to go, you guys can sneak right through the line and pick